Hello and welcome back to Amnesia. That's a bit of a pickle, but at least there's light here. But now, try to get finished. We're running. Ow. Yeah, harsh. Right, it's now I know. Stay away from me. Wait, what? The game just went funny. Brilliant. Yeah, what? Saving it's gonna screw it up. We just fall through the floor. Brilliant. Yeah, I was falling through the floor, but ended up dying. So that's a thing that happened. Try that again. Hey, it's not coming off. Seriously? Oh, never mind. Yeah, not falling through this time. Wherever it is, it sounds big and mean. Ah, that was fun. Let's not do that again. Plenty of light at least. I just realised Black Eagle. Something to do with this order, huh? Wait. Okay. I've seen you before. In something. Oh, what I'm doing is splashing water. Guest room. Study. I gotta play ball. I'm gonna go the other way. So that's how I roll. Storage. Where did you scroll?
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home.
Oh, is this where you took all the people?
Get away from me! Leave me alone!
So I think I should go back. Hey, loading screen again. Okay, let's go the way I should have gone. I'm low on supplies anyway.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Yeah. Looked like it would be. Does it even work? No, it's not. Not one. Kidding. Why did you get in that room? Let's have a look at these two. Give it a guess first.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
Perhaps info on this orb. because I can. Oops.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Oh, yes, please. I got a crowbar.
Third of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
That's a good question. Taking out.
Daniel? What? Still having nightmares, I see.
Yes, I can't shake them. They come every night.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
Okay. Alright, oops.
The key. Please, let it be here. Fourth of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
Sounds like magical properties to me. How do I know when it's gone? Okay, that's how I know. Need to be a key here, isn't it? So where's this key? No key. I remember that being there. Oh well. Into the study. This is bigger than I thought it'd be. Oh, is this that little statue? Oh, this one it was gold. That was the only other thing I was aware about, by the way. Or not. Wasn't exactly sure if it was this game or something else. Because I just realised. Is that the Black Eagle? They had their own box markings. Where in the world are these people? Apart from what seems like the obvious and cultists. Of some kind anyway. Brilliant. Here we go again. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weiner, the most remarkable thing happened as I was travelling through the Persian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20 odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Helodromus described it in the Hootus Colors. Wow, words, man. What are these words? It was as it was told about an underground Mithrak temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Astad, because that's what I'm just calling it now, or from the beginning, investigating one of the antiquated trails. When I finally found the cavern, I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. Oh, for Pete's sake. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetched the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to the nearby ravine, where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but unfortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colour of the forest washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside, you know. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly decades since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. Last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orb, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Aztec. Your friend and mentor. Yeah, I'm not gonna read it. Good grief. That was a lot to go through. Interesting. What a pain. There's nothing else in here. That's a rather large cop. Something about this already bothers me. There's only one page, but come on. You can read the top one. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genes. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy, since the creature is bound to die from the excess. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately arguments their experience of terror. Dude, you were torturing dogs? I just realised that there was a head on the table. Jeez. What is wrong with you? I think you're the real monster here. Oh, no,
Let's
stop.
see what you have to offer.
No!
What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
This guy was messed up. Is that him? I can tell by just looking at him that he's pretty messed up in the head. Oh, no, no. Fantastic. Further disappointment. The Antiquine's latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain, since no research has been made in my particular interest. I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. So that's why he moved to humans. And that's wrong. What is that right now? What is this energy keeps going on about anyway? Oh. You couldn't find a better place for him. Okay then. No way around from here. That way. This is why I keep hearing dogs. Didn't find a key, just notes. Where's a blood here or something? Ooh, quite a lot. About the other side. Oh, nothing. Disappointment. Well, the only place I can think of is through here. Now. Make sure to not use that too much. fight that. Ah, that's dark.
Getting closer somehow.
Ah. Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the 2 room and the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids and you are ready to go. Sounds familiar. Like one of the old Castlevania games. Like the first 3D one, you something like that. It was literally the worst part of the game. You had to carefully go along without letting something explode. So, ugh. That's how. Place is so dark. A drill pot. Okay then. Look like a hand. Still one part missing. Guessing that's drill itself. Ah, didn't notice this door. There's a lot of the tinder boxes around. Come on, open up. And healing. Oh boy, there's dog. Will you please stop crying? I can't focus. Okay, they didn't give me what I wanted. Gosh, such a crybaby. Must be elsewhere. tinder boxes. That's a bit. He's getting close, isn't he? Where is he? Okay. Heard him but didn't see him. Hang on. He gets. Okay, so probably need this explosive. I don't even want to. Yeah, one of the things said there was a hidden key in the guest room. So I have to go back there. Well, I'm not sure why I needed this drill thing. Come again.
Oh, thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
How could you not remember that? Wait. Yeah, machine room key. Never got any more hidden places, have you? What? What was that? How did that even happen? Okay. thought something would happen when it came out. Apparently not. Alright, yeah. That kind of game.
July 1839. Today I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Numbers her. Who does their pipes like this? All over the place. Okay. You never know. Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in the storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. Crack. He literally cracked.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander." What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
I've got two of those. Yes. It was Brennenberg. And it's Persia. What's this? I can't. I don't know anymore. Not with it. So many pipes. That can wait. Right. Okay, that's where the gears go. Only found one of them. Oh dear. The lantern. This is about. In coal. Something.
Someone's coming.
What? Now? Is she saying that literally? Okay. Might want to go get the gears. I know where one is. Oh, there's the other one. Yeah, she's gonna cause. I can tell that it's not gonna be quiet. So let's do
17th
this.
of July, 1839. How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me. I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
Yeah, just a bit. Alright then, let's get this fired up. Ah. There we go. What was it missing? I've got to somehow get through this blockage for both the study and the equipment area. Where do I find that? There's also this. I don't know what that'll do. Do it random, I guess. That did nothing.
It's cold. It's so cold.
Wonder what I'm missing. Well, I'll leave it here for now. I'll have to figure out what exactly I'm missing here. But no, I won't cheat, I'm not looking it up. Anyway, thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Laters.